course, is taking place in Bloemfontein, where pre-trial proceedings in the multi-billion rand asbestos corruption case against Ace Magashule and his co-accused has now been postponed to the 10th of June. Meanwhile, the suspended ANC Secretary-General insists charges against him are nothing but a political ploy to tarnish his image. Magashule and some of his co-accused have applied for the charges against them to be dropped. The state believes that there are no grounds here. The matter is set to continue tomorrow. But let's find out the latest. Spamandla Koke, you are there on the ground with the NPA. What has happened? What's next?
Indeed. So today's proceedings were broken down into two phases. Phase 1, criminal pre-trial proceedings, got underway, very brief. The matter postponed to the 10th of June 2020. Then phase 2 was about civil litigation, whereby 4 applicants, they have applied and they want the state or the prosecution to furnish them with a list of witnesses implicating them. They are also asking for further particulars. They are saying the way they were charged is not in line with the law. Simply put, they are challenging the nature of the charges and the way they were charged. They simply want the court to say, you know what, just throw away these charges. So phase 2 has been about that. Almost the entire day has been about the legal representatives of the 3 accused persons for now, whom we can call applicants. In total, there are 4 applicants that have put through this application, wanting the state to furnish them with a list of witnesses implicating them and further particulars, but also challenging the nature and the way, the nature of the charges and the way they were charged. They include suspended Secretary-General of the ANC, Ace Magashule, Tabani Zulu, Edwin Sodi, as well as the 4th accused. But here right now is Tunzi Mhaka, who speaks on behalf of the NPA. A very long day, technical arguments. Talk to us about your prospects in this application. You are opposing the application by these 4 applicants. They say give them a list of witnesses implicating them. You are refusing. Why?
Spamandla, in February last year, in the magistrate court, we served them with an indictment. We shared a list of witnesses. And in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, that's sufficient in order for them to prepare themselves for their defense when the trial resumes. So we don't know what else can we do in order to satisfy them. But on the other arguments that they are coming up with, we are still confident that we are putting up a very strong argument to oppose the application because we believe it has no merit. Everything we've done has been above board and we'll be able to argue vigorously for the dismissal of their application.
They are questioning the charges, the nature of the charges, but also the way they were charged. That's where they have an issue with it. They say you did not follow the law.
We followed the law to the T. We don't understand why they are saying that there are issues when it comes to those charges. The charges were preferred in terms of PRECA, and we will vigorously argue that there's no merit to the application and therefore it should be dismissed.
You are up against heavyweights inside that court. I spotted at least 4 senior counsels representing the applicants or the accused persons. This application simply means now that the pre-trial matter is delayed, postponed to June 2022. It means the trial itself will take months to start from now, and that will be a concern.
We also have our own senior counsel, Advocate Nazir Kasim. So when you say we have heavyweights, we also have a heavyweight who we are confident that is putting up a very strong argument against the other SCs. However, it's regrettable that the trial, unfortunately, may be affected because the pre-trial conference has not been dispensed with, which is what is going to be happening on the 10th of July. So we're hoping that it will not delay.
And I assume you are hoping that tomorrow when we come back, because the proceedings were adjourned till tomorrow, we'll come back, wrap up with these applications that are underway, and we are hoping that judgment will not take long to be handed down in this matter, the civil litigation.
It can't take that long, given the fact that there's a pre-trial conference that's going to take place on the 10th of June. So the judge is very much alive to that.
Are you ready for this trial?
We have always been ready. Our witnesses are idling to present evidence against all the accused so that we can sustain the charges preferred against them.
I know you will downplay this one, but you did suffer a blow when former PA of Mr. Ace Magashule decided to dump the state and the prosecution to say, I'm no longer your witness, I never agreed in the first place.
If we suffered a blow, we wouldn't be here today. We are proceeding strongly as ever before because we are confident that the witnesses that we have lined up against the accused will sustain the charges.
As we speak, earlier in the morning you told me that the former PA had not been charged. Is that still the case as of now?
The extradition of the PA is still underway. The paperwork has been processed. However, she has not yet been charged.
Thank you very much for your time, Baba. That is Mthunzi Mhaka, who speaks on behalf of the National Prosecuting Authority. I'm going to ask Joe Komane to come with me. Let's make a turn if we do have time. I just want to show you the court precinct here and what is currently happening as we wait for Ace Magashule to emerge from that court precinct. So the security deployment is in place. Ace Magashule's supporters are here. This is the outside of the court, basically police ensuring that everything is in order. A number of supporters of Ace Magashule did come to court today to ensure that they continue to show support to the suspended Secretary General of the African National Congress. We expect that he will come out of court any time from now and we'll get some reaction from him. But we have also gotten some reaction from the National Executive Committee member of the ANC, Dakota Likwete, who said he's here to support justice. He's of the view that the suspended Secretary General of the ANC will emerge victorious. You know, he made a very bold statement saying the state has got a very weak case, and it tells you that Ace Magashule continues to receive support even from his own NEC members who came here to support him. The suspended member of parliament of the ANC, Mervyn Dex, is also here to support Ace Magashule. I see some movement coming out of the courtroom, and I see Ace Magashule's entourage coming out of that side. As soon as we've got those live visuals, we will obviously monitor that and bring that to life and get some reaction from Ace Magashule. But the matter has been adjourned or postponed to tomorrow. We will continue with one legal representative who is representing Ace Magashule, who will argue why the charges must be withdrawn, why they are demanding a list of witnesses that are implicating them, and they are asking for more information and further particulars to prepare for this case. So the three applicants are done today. Tomorrow it will be Ace Magashule's legal representative. After that, the state or the prosecution will come back to argue.
Okay, Spamand, just while we have you, just to clarify, it's Ace plus 3 others, but there's a total of 15 or so people who are facing charges here. What about the other 11?
Okay, this is the case. In total, there are 15 accused persons in this matter. 10 of those are individuals and 5 are entities or business entities. So out of these 10 individuals, 4 of them, Ace Magashule, Tabani Zulu, I think Edwin Sodi, and the 4th one, whom his name has escaped me, have applied for this civil litigation. Now, the other 6 out of these 10 have not applied or have not joined this application. So out of the 10 individuals that are charged, 4 of them have applied. You know, they want this civil litigation. They say they are demanding a list of witnesses implicating them. Also, they want these charges to be re-looked at, possibly dropped, because they are questioning the nature of the charges and the way they were charged. So the other 6 out of 10 did not apply to join this process. So in this case, you've got 2 processes. You've got a criminal pre-trial matter, which was postponed earlier in the morning to the 10th of June 2022. And you've got this civil litigation that is continuing today and tomorrow. You can only commence with the criminal pre-trial proceedings once you are done with this civil litigation. So the other accused persons did not join this application, and the 5 business entities did not join this application that is underway today and tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting, Pamanja. What would happen if the civil application is successful? What will the other 6 individuals do? Anyway, I'm going to be speaking to a legal expert after 4 o'clock and hear their views on it. Thank you very much for that comprehensive update and clarification there from Ms. Pamandla Goke outside the High Court in Bloemfontein.